Good evening, all of you. How are you? Hello, all of you. Good evening, Nagaraj, Abhishek, Sahil Garg, Akashdeep. Good evening, all of you. Good evening, Divya. कैसे चल रही है बेटा आप लोगों की पढ़ाई? Because today will be your, I think, last session before we have your tests. Is that right or am I wrong? Let me cross-check once again. Yeah, today is your last class. Answer writing is going on. We have written some more answers, but एक दो round लग रहा है हमें to polish the answers. Study is going in jerks and spurts. You make it sound like growth pole theory now. Containment zone to be called off. Danish, okay. Okay, hello again. 2 times. So, Siddhant, you are in the essays batch 2. Okay, okay. Hello, hello. Good evening. Yes, good evening. So keep at your work, and those who are in the containment zone, please take care. We do not want you getting ill. We don't want you maybe ignoring the health risks. ध्यान से रहो. Take care of your health. Stay back in your room. Go out only if required. ठीक है? और पढ़ाई करो. Okay, and good that you have some work at hand, a bit of answer writing, revision. Otherwise, very easy to lose track if you are not careful there. ठीक है? Okay, so are the others joining in? Yeah, not joining in. We are still short of students. Okay, so we had problem in our Vajiram portal couple of times. So maybe because of that, some of you are not able to join in. But the last 2 sessions I have posted on the YouTube for all of you to have an access. No problem now. Okay, I have not checked lately. I was told it has been rectified, but I have not checked. Anyways, okay, थकान हो जाती है. I think that's the reason why some of you probably decide to study afterwards. Same time, yes, थोड़ा सा clash है, but then कोई बात नहीं. You can always manage a bit there. How do we start revision? Lavansh, आपके पास ना अच्छा खासा अब आंसर का बैंक है. You have a very good bank of answers. Improvise on them. देखो बेटा जो answers आपको दे रहे हैं ना, they are among the very good answers, but they are not perfect answers. They are not the last word in what a good answer can be. तो आप उसको दोबारा लिख सकते हो. You can start off writing again. Or best hoga, you start memorizing those answers. Post prelims, can you take some topics from economic geography like famines, food security? Mayank, आपका 2 comprehensive tests हैं. Okay, so I will see if I can add something from these topics. Okay, but these topics, nothing extra to teach. आपके क्लास में जो पढ़ाया गया है, you have been taught famines, food security, development aspects. That should be good enough. Poverty, inequality discuss किया गया है. That should be good enough. Yes, something on epidemics, we'll see how we can do that. How can you memorize all answers? Aditi, believe me, there are students who are memorizing good number of answers. Okay, can some of you tell Aditi how many answers have you memorized? Okay, I had the last count I had, one of them told me he had memorized more than 100 answers before the break, of course. Okay, can you some of you tell us how many have you memorized? Okay, right. Okay, you tend to breach the word limits. 120, Nagaraj has 120 answers memorized. Anybody else? Let's see. Anybody beating Nagaraj's record? That's 150 answers. Rana Pratap, 150 answers memorized. Good, nice. Anybody else? 98, Vaibhav, not far. 90 answers, very nice. Keywords भूल जाते हैं, बेटा कोशिश करते ना हो ना. It's not a perfection you achieve. तो कोशिश करते रहोगे धीरे धीरे you will get a hang of the answer. 100 approximately. Okay, Ravan, okay, fine. That is the problem. You don't have to memorize every word, Aditi. You have to have a broad idea what the answer was. You'll forget, you again revise. इसमें थोड़ी ना कोई फॉर्मूला है कि एक बार करोगे तो हो जाएगा, ठीक है? बट आपके पास अच्छा खासा कंटेंट है. If you have done the class notes, देखो आपके पास 3 सोर्स है अब. You have the class notes of the regular batch, you have the class notes of the enrichment, and you have the model answers with you. इसके ऊपर में if you can add textbooks also, अगर textbooks का reading आप add कर लें, that's a pretty good width. ठीक है, diagrams, headings of answers, हाँ वो भी करना पड़ेगा आपको eventually, yes. Okay, physical geography, do we need to go through the complete survey? No, not complete, just the mark pages. Niharika, that's lot of pages. Complete करने का कोशिश भी मत करना because it will not be as rewarding. हमने काफी डिटेल में कराया है. Okay, joint tests, any tips? Revise your notes. आपके टेस्ट में कुछ questions beyond भी रहेंगे. Okay, so keep revising and try answering. That's about it, more or less. Okay. Okay, fine then. I think those who had to join have joined us. Now, can you all see my screen? Last discussion here from the enrichment series of November. So let's be through with it. Okay. I will send. Can you all see my whiteboard? Can you all see my whiteboard? Okay, fine. Okay. So I said कि I will send some more answers to you. Okay, I'm just getting some of the answers ready. थोड़ा time लग रहा है. I'm not visible. Why am I not visible? आज तो Mr. India नहीं हूँ मैं. आज तो very much okay visible हूँ. Okay, I am visible. Yes. In one of the classes, okay, I was told in the last batch of the new session, I was told कि I have become Mr. India types. Okay, दिखाई नहीं देता हूँ. In fact, some of you are very bored seeing the same face every time. Okay, so sometimes it's nice not to see my face. Ramchandra, I'm competing with you. That is why, but I am failing miserably. Okay, Ramchandra, no way I can beat you. Okay, so you win hands down. Board is visible, but not you. Achha, ठीक है. Let's get started now. Okay. So from the political geography now. ठीक है. हाँ अच्छा है. तो हंसते खेलते. Let us finish off the course. Okay. Political geography. So political geography का एक topic I tried covering last time. I'll try covering 2-3 topics today. Political geography. Okay. One question that we discussed last time was the geographical basis of only the board is visible. ऐसा क्यों बोल रहे हो बेटा? I think for all of you, is this the same problem or some of you? I do not know. Okay, I am visible, all fine. Okay, all fine. I am visible. Okay, okay. No, it's fine. So maybe किसी का एक reboot कर लो एक बार. Maybe your system is not responding. Your system has declared कि अब शब्बीर सर का चेहरा नहीं देखना है. बहुत बर्दाश्त कर लिया पिछले 7-8 महीने से. So we are done. Okay. आज last day में defiance and we move on. ठीक है. तो अपने सिस्टम को प्यार समझा दो कि आज एक क्लास है, बर्दाश्त कर लो, उसके बाद देखा जाएगा. ठीक है. Okay, okay. But you know, I must appreciate आप लोग बहुत patiently, okay, you have been with me. There are people who have lost, the momentum. There's a lot of people who have probably given up at the psychological level, but some of you have continued with me. Okay, ये होता है, हर course में होता है. By the time the course winds up, okay, not everybody is around with the same amount of stamina and energy. Okay, and I think yes, patience is the key. Patience is the key, and बहुत ज़रूरी है that you finish off something with as much enthusiasm, okay, with which you had started. Okay, how many are there Right now the attendance is about 210 to 220. So we are short. Okay. Yes, we are short by the numbers I would like. Okay, but ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Okay, that's fair enough. Some of you prefer watching the recordings. Okay. Okay, all this is beneficial for. No, it's all my pleasure, beta. It's all my pleasure. The first class was on 12th of June. Oh, Ujjwal, you go back to June month. So 1 year with me. Okay, and I hope Ujjwal कोई ज़्यादा regret तो नहीं है ना? I know I have not been a perfect teacher. Okay, but I hope I have done some justice with whatever I have taught you. Okay, so I hope you have no big complaints. थोड़ा बहुत complaints तो होगा, मुझे पता है. Okay, but I hope nothing which I cannot manage or rectify. ठीक है? Okay, let's get started. Oh, some of you from 2018. Oh, Shiv Shankar. Okay, fine. Chalo, great. Okay, all my pleasure. Okay, the first question that we discussed last class on political geography was, we discussed what is the geographical basis of the border conflicts. ये हमने discuss किया था. And I said use concepts like morphological borders, use concept like watershed or the crestline principle, the Thalweg principle, talk about the terrain and the problems of demarcation, talk about the problems related to frontier perception. जैसे कि अभी हमारे प्रधानमंत्री ने कल कहा था, nobody has entered our territory. Basically, he's saying nobody has crossed the line, but the fact is, okay, the buffer zone has been compromised. And the buffer zone is something like a weak frontier remnant of the past. ठीक है? So geographical basis of the conflicts क्या है? Border conflicts क्या है? Okay, so you can talk about all of that. It's a kind of no man's land, okay, where we have probably given some advantage to our adversaries in occupying the higher heights. So this question may draw the diagram, know the specific names, talk about the problems of Nepal, India, China, India, Bangladesh, talk about that. Okay, with examples there. Today, the first question we will discuss is, write down the question please, evaluate, the question is, or discuss the changing basis of India's federalism. Discuss the changing basis of India's federalism. Okay, so आपके syllabus देखना political geography का. Okay, you have topics of federalism, topics of regional sentiments, topics related to geopolitics, topics related to RDP से link है, decentralization, the Indian Ocean Rim, and so on. I hope you have all seen the syllabus. Okay, if I read the syllabus of your political geography paper 2 में है, geographical basis of Indian federalism, state reorganization, emergence of new states, regional consciousness and interstate issues, international boundary of India, cross-border terrorism, India's role in world affairs, geopolitics of South Asia, and Indian Ocean Rim. So, इसमें से 4-5 topic I will discuss today. Okay, I'm discussing like an answer. You have to formalize the answer, please. We will do that. Hold on, one by one. Okay, discuss the basis of India's federalism. Okay, now the answer to this will be, you basically have to give us a short historical account. A short historical account, how our federal nature has changed, what are the reasons, and you have to keep referring to, wherever possible, keep referring to the geographical basis, because जब भी आपका geography वाला feel या touch आएगा आपके answer में. Okay, so give a short historical account. Give a short historical account, and then move on towards the geographical basis. Now here, you start by, okay, what are the facts here? Facts क्या है? Okay, the fact is, India is a union of states. Article 1 mentioned that. Okay, our word federal federal has not been used in the constitution, but India's character is more or less federal. Okay, so we have used words like India is quasi-federal. India is quasi-federal. We have used this term. Okay, and you also can mention that India a federation जो है, one of its kind, absolutely. Okay, sui generis. So it is one of its kind. Okay, and you can say India's federal system goes back in history. I mean, हालांकि काफी पुराना है, but maybe 1990 का जो act था, okay, the 1935 act, okay, then some of the ideas we had in the cabinet mission plan में कुछ ideas थे. We had the federal character in the Mountbatten plan, but जो formal हमारा character है right now, it is the consequence of our constitution. Okay, part I think 11 में this has become the basis of our India's federation. So briefly, थोड़ा सा history बता देना. It's very important. See, ऐसे topics में it's very difficult to separate what is not geography. So maybe a very short discussion, एक sentence में हो, दो sentence में हो, a small schematic. Say that India is a federation of its kind, a unique federation. Quickly trace. Okay, just mention. We do not need the detailed history here. Quickly mention what are the what has been the basis of our constitution, okay, and the federal character. Say all of that and be through with it, and then start off that India's federal character जो है, character has been shaped by many factors. और many factors में सबसे important पहला basis has been the historical colonial basis. A bit of history. Okay, the historical colonial basis has been the basis of our federation. So the British India after independence जो type A states थे, type B थे, type C and D, you know about all of that, add that. So a bit of historical colonial basis रहा है हमारे federation का. Okay, then you move on towards that the historical basis eventually was transformed and with the purpose of developing a strong unified country. The purpose was a part of the objective of developing a strong unified country. ये हमारा history रहा है. Okay, and in 1956 the State Reorganization Act में we accepted the cultural basis. We accepted the linguistic basis. 56, like cultural and the linguistic basis, we accepted that. And the genesis of this was the historical importance to language. Okay, we had seen the Bengal partition, during Curzon. We have seen the Nehru report. Okay, Nehru report talked about the language basis. I think 1920 में था Nehru report. Anybody remembers? 1920 I think was Nehru report. It talks about linguistic basis. 28. Okay, 1928 में. Okay, it talks about the linguistic basis. So देखो, आप question भूलना मत. The question says, discuss the changing basis. Changing basis is not only about the present day time. Over the time, how the federation the basis has changed. So you start off with this one. There is a historical basis पहले रहा है, and the historical basis का roots था in the history of language. So we started off that. Then in independent India, the basis of federation was also religion. रिलीजन बेसिस पे पंजाब बना था. Punjab was based on religion, Sikhism, okay, of course, language also, but this is an important basis. We had this. Then okay, federation was okay also on the basis of geographical and physiographic okay continuity. Geographical and physiographic continuity. इसका बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल Can you all see me? Yes, okay. So there was a bit of a power outage, so a problem हो रहा है lately. Okay, so don't disappear, please. Okay, don't disappear. I'll get back. Okay. So I'm sharing my screen again. Can you all see my whiteboard? Is my whiteboard visible, all of you? Yes, okay, ठीक. So getting back to what I was discussing. Okay, so what is the changing basis of India's federalism? Changing basis of India's federalism. Okay, we started with okay, a bit of history because कैसे time में change हुआ है. Okay, so there is a historical basis. Okay, this includes linguistic and the cultural basis also. Okay, and then I'm moving on to say that the changing basis also includes geographical and physiographic continuity. Okay, the same type of geographical area was put into one type of physiographic region. Yes, language Punjab mein bhi hai. Okay, I'm just taking up some examples, not all of them. Okay, the separation of Punjab and Haryana, absolutely. Okay? I'm just mentioning some points here. Okay, so you can go on that. Geographical basis and physiographic continuity pe. The best example of this is UP and the hill states. The UP and the hill states. Okay, so UP is almost entire northern plains. Okay, northern plains with one type of geographical and physiographic continuity. Hill states like Himachal Pradesh. Okay, hill states like okay the states of northeast. Okay, talking about Assam, for example. Okay, Assam historical bhi hai. Assam is primarily the Assam plains. The Assam plains. So this is an example of geographical physiographic continuity. You can also talk about Kerala. Kerala, okay, the coast and the southern western Ghats. Okay, so this was the basis which has an element of geographical and physiographic continuity. Okay, the fourth example of the basis is also okay issues related to development, okay, and disparities. Development and disparities. So यहाँ पर you can talk about how 2000 onwards, we have had lot of demand of, yes, you're right, development basis. We have demand of new states. Demand of new states. Chhattisgarh की बात कर लीजिए. It was formed. Jharkhand was formed. And in recent times, even Uttarakhand was partly because of the development issues. And we have a lot of demand for new states. New state demand में Vidarbha demand है. We have demand for Saurashtra demand है. Okay. We also have demand for creation of or trifurcation of UP. ये भी issue रहा है. Okay. Then you can talk about political. Okay. Of course, ये जो new states हैं, the demand for new states, this is sometimes referred to as separatism. And make sure you do not confuse separatism from secessionism. Okay, वो अलग चीज है. Secessionism मतलब होता है the demand to break away and become a different state altogether. Okay, so that is different. Then we have the demand for the new states or the basis of new states on the basis of unique historical and special issues. Historical special issues में Jammu and Kashmir आ जाएगा, how it was made into a new state. Sikkim आ जाएगा. We acquired Sikkim, integrated that, it first became a protectorate state, and so on. Nagaland is also an example of a unique history. Nagaland, and in these states, there are also demands for secessionism. They want to separate out of India. जैसे कि historically JKLF का रहा है, Hurriyat Conference का रहा है. Okay, we have the ULFA. Okay, we have the NSCN, Isaac Muvia faction. Okay, Nagalim, yes. ठीक है, so ये एक unique है, special issues हैं. And in these states, there's also a lot of pressure for secessionism. They want to separate out of India. Okay? And then in recent times, we have certain unique reasons, which can become the basis. In case of a reorganization of Jammu and Kashmir. Okay, so now Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir plus Ladakh. Okay, and you can also talk about the demand for Delhi's statehood. Delhi's complete statehood. Okay, so this is more or less the structure of the answer. Discuss the changing basis of फेडरलिज्म. 6 में है ये एकदम लेटेस्ट है. The latest unique conditions related to security concerns हैं, related to special status है. You can talk about how there is the need for developing Jammu and Kashmir as 2 union territories. Yes. When we say federalism is not about the states alone. Federal units are also union territories with a different. I forgot one more point. I'm sorry. While discussing about the geographical and physiographic areas में, यहाँ पर example Andaman and Nicobar Islands का भी दे देना. Andaman Nicobar Islands are typically island units. Okay, so this is the structure of your answer. How has the basis of federalism changed over the years? Historical culture, and इसमें आप example दे सकते हो. So if you are attempting a 20-mark question, you can look at 3 pages of write-up or 2.5 pages of write-up with these subheadings. Start the answer talking about the brief idea of what is India's federal character. Okay, it is Union of States, part 11 of the Constitution. Okay, talk about we are a unique federation, we are a special type, okay, one of its own kind of federation. Okay, yes, around 200 to 30 words, 250 words. See, it's more than words. What's more important is number of pages. Aap pages cross mat karna. Okay, which type of facts? Or give examples. All the facts give from examples. Did the example de pao? Give it. So your headings will be okay. Changing basis of federalism. So historical basis, cultural linguistic basis, physiographic basis, development and disparities okay, का basis है, demand for new states, unique historical and special issues. Okay, जैसे गोवा special में historical and special issues में formation of Goa as okay, formation of Pondicherry भी आ जाएगा यहाँ पर. Okay, the Portuguese colony, the French colonies, okay, Damandiv, absolutely. ये भी यहाँ example आ सकता है. Okay, unique basis वो भी आ सकता है. Okay, you can, if you want cultural to expand करना, we also have, I think that'll be nice. Okay, you can add in the previous page, okay, when we were discussing the cultural, linguistic and religion, यहाँ पर मेरे ख्याल से एक अलग से point रखना that the states are also on the basis of tribal diversity, and this applies for the Northeast, खासकर. Okay, I think 1971 में we had the Northeast reorganization. So I forgot this. Do mention this. We also have indigenous and the population and the tribal basis of states. इसका best example Northeastern states में. Okay, 1971 we had the Northeast Reorganization Act. Okay, and how that has decided the small states there. So under 5-6 heads, you'll explain what has been the changing basis of India's federalism. And आप जब conclude करो answer को, when you are concluding the answer, okay, do conclude conclusion में, okay, do conclude that India's federal character is an evolving concept. Okay, it's not a political. It is not a political okay issue alone. It is also the basis of grassroots empowerment. It is also the basis of grassroots empowerment. You can say that the federal nature of India's polity is strengthened by federal nature of India's polity is strengthened by decentralization, okay, is strengthened by multi-level planning, okay, by constitutional amendments like 73rd and 74th Amendment Act. Okay, so conclusion में you reaffirm कि India का federal character is an evolving concept. It's not simply a matter of political divisions. It's a part of grassroots empowerment and development too. Are you all with me? Are you all with me? Okay, so conclusion का हम बता रहे हैं आप क्या लिख सकते हो. Okay, you are rounding off the entire discussion. Okay, so it's the federal character is an evolving concept. ये change होता रहा है. It is not merely a political issue where we are trying to divide India into units. It is the basis of, I said, grassroots empowerment. It's the basis of acknowledging the role of the constituent units. So there's a lot of development around decentralization, multi-level planning. MLP is multi-level planning. Yes, the role of 73rd and 74th Amendment and India's federalism. You would like to see India's federalism as okay, as an example of cooperative federalism. Federalism, where the notions and the nature of center-state relation. Okay, it's a type of a cooperative federalism where the notion and the nature of center-state relation is a dynamic concept. ऐसा कोई static नहीं है, it is a dynamic concept. Okay, which is probably institutionalized through, okay, your interstate councils. Okay, we have our Rajya Sabha that also gives a sanctity to India's federation. Isi tone mein finish off the answer. Is it okay? Now, one question I am asked, okay, is, or I may be asked is, कि सर इसमें geography कहाँ आया? Okay, देखो, the moment we're talking about a place, the moment we talk about an area which has a boundary, and the boundary is divided into regions, you have got small regions. Okay, you have got geography. Okay, so this is one example of conclusion. Now you can also move towards and say, okay, that India's okay, federation or federal basis has an element of regional synthesis. Okay, India's federal basis has an element of regional synthesis. Why we have, okay, the federal units to a large extent, okay, are integrated. They are integrated in terms of physiography, climate, human occupation, economy, and development, okay, and cultural basis. Okay, there is an integration. Okay, India's federation, India's federal units, okay, also have an element of, or also are based on the element of regional synthesis. Within the region, there is a lot of integration. There is regional synthesis. That's a typical geography word. The federal units, to a large extent, are integrated, okay, in terms of the physiography, the climate, the human occupations, the economy, the developmental objectives, and also the cultural elements. There is an integration of these things also in the federal units. Okay, there is an element of regional synthesis. Okay, any questions here? So I said, how do you bring geography into your answer? You bring geography into the answer by talking about physiographic diversity, by talking about, okay, physiographic continuity, talking about tribal diversity, the cultural areas, give examples of locations, and this is another example of geographical regional synthesis. And finally, you can also say, okay, India's federal, okay, divisions are all unified, okay, okay, with commonality of India's monsoon climate, commonality of India's, okay, geological history, and India's cultural and historical legacy. So पूरा union भी एक type का unified है. There is a commonality of India's monsoon climate. There's commonality in terms of geological history. The entire peninsular plateau comes under one type of unit. The northern plains comes into one type of unit. The hill areas comes under one type of unit. There is an element of, okay, geological history continuity also, and also on the basis of cultural and historical legacy. Also on the basis of cultural and historical legacy. Yes, yes. Is that okay, all of you? Okay, so this is almost like a straight answer on what is the geographical basis of India's federalism, or the changing nature of, or the changing basis of India's federalism. इसको बना के रख लो, ये आपका straight answer है on any question of federal character and basis for India. Any questions here? Any questions here? Okay, so far? Okay, fine. Let's move on then. Any doubts you want me to clarify? Let me know. Okay, the next question. The next question, take a fresh page. ये एकदम answer form में है. Okay, nothing much to add. Okay, you can always refine this. Your answer is ready. The next question is, okay, evaluate the basis of emerging geopolitics of Indian Ocean. Am I going too fast? Sai Bhargav, आप पेस मेंटेन नहीं कर पा रहे हो? Do I slow down? मुझे लगा कि आपको तो ऑलमोस्ट आंसर फॉर्म में बता रहा हूं, so that's why I'm moving that way. Okay? Okay, now one of you thinks I'm slow also. It's good, it's fine. अच्छा. चलो, be attentive. I don't think you should miss any point here. ठीक है? Pawan, no. So ठीक है. Evaluate the basis of emerging geopolitics of Indian Ocean. Okay, so Indian Ocean rim का काफी changes हुआ है, how we are dealing with and what the history has been. Okay, so we start off, okay, this answer by giving some facts, some detailing. So you can start off by saying, traditionally, Indian Ocean has been an arc, okay, has been a zone of cultural history or cultural diversity, but continuity. Okay, it has the legacy of the colonial past that shaped the geopolitics of Indian Ocean in the 19th and in the 20th century. Okay, so I started the answer by saying that traditionally Indian Ocean kya hai? It has been an arc, it has been a zone of cultural diversity, but continuity. So if you look at the cultural elements of Indian Ocean, there is a strong continuity. Okay, if you look at the cultures of Africa, okay, the typical tribal cultures, the Islamic realm, you have the countries of Arabia, the Iran, we have cultures of South Asia, Islamic influence, the Indian influence going into Indonesia, into Malaysia, Singapore, Buddhism. Okay, so it has been a zone of cultural diversity, but there has been a lot of cultural continuity. It has the legacy of the colonial past that shaped the geopolitics of Indian Ocean in the 19th and the 20th century. Okay, Indian Ocean was more a zone of Indian Ocean was more a zone of economic trade of European colonies. Okay, इसकी शुरुआत यहां से होती है, ट्रेड से होती है. European colonies trading in spices, trading in tea, rubber, sugarcane, cotton. This is the beginnings of Indian Ocean. It was more of a zone of economic and trade of the European colonies, trading in spices, tea, rubber, sugarcane, and cotton. Then you move on towards the next one is the geopolitical significance, increased after World War II. After World War II and the emergence of the Cold War. The significance, was identified. Now you bring in the theory. Identified in the works of Nikolai Spikeman, the Rimland theory. So yahan se remember the question, okay? Remember the question. The question says, evaluate the basis of emerging geopolitics of Indian Ocean. So I'm giving you a kind of a brief history. एक ऐसे एक zone which was an economic zone, which was a cultural realm, now slowly, gradually is converting into an area of geopolitical and political conflicts. Okay, so the geopolitical significance increased, after the World War II. After World War II and the Cold War. And the geopolitical significance was identified by, it was emphasized by Nikolai Spikeman. In his Rimland theory. Because if you remember that Mackinder had kind of ignored the importance of the Rimland. For him, the more important was the heartland. The struggle was all around occupying the heartland. But Spikeman comes and says the heartland is an area of disadvantage. The bigger advantage is with the bordering zones of Eurasia, the Rimland. We'll start from there. And then you can say that in the starting from 1970s and the oil boom, the geopolitical significance, I'm repeating this point, Sesh and Sachin, the geopolitical significance increased after the World War II and the Cold War. And the geopolitical significance in the Cold War phase was identified and used according to the works of Nikolai Spikeman. Spikeman talks about the Rimland concept. He emphasizes the importance of the Rimland zone. That's all. वही लिखा है मैंने. तो geopolitical का beginning Indian Ocean का यहाँ से शुरू होता है. Now starting from 1970s and oil boom हुआ. Persian Gulf. The Strait of Hormuz. Now these became the important sea lines of communication, and they became important strategic zones. The waters became the strategic waters. I think America का यहाँ पर कौन सा fleet है? I think the 7th fleet is here probably. I forget the name. Because 70s onwards, when the oil boom happened, the 7th fleet probably. The oil boom के बाद में the Persian Gulf and the Hormuz Strait. Okay, इसको check कर लेना please. ठीक है, Hormuz Strait, the SLOC. Okay, SLOC का मतलब है sea lines of communication. Okay, and Indian Ocean now becomes the strategic waters after the area around the Persian Gulf. Okay, now 1980s and 1990s, the rush of globalization, the emerging economies such as ASEAN countries की बात हो रही है, China का rise हो रहा है, even India starts rising. Okay, now Indian Ocean rim, okay, zone, this displaces North Atlantic as the most important, okay, trade zone. Okay, North Atlantic trade was one of the largest transcontinental trade for a long time, but with the rise of ASEAN and China and the globalization, the rise of India, Indian Ocean rim zone displaced, okay, North Atlantic trade area. Okay, and with this 1990s का जो Gulf War था, the Gulf War, this also increased Indian Ocean का, okay, geostrategic importance. The Gulf War, 1990s ka. Now, with this, what happened was, okay, Indian Ocean was increasingly becoming not just an economic zone, but it was also becoming slowly, gradually an important militarized zone also. Okay, it was slowly, gradually becoming a militarized zone. और इस जोन में, okay, we had the presence of the US Navy, we had the Royal Navy of Britain, Indian Navy with its blue water policy, and China also joins the naval race. Okay. So 1990s के बाद में गल्फ वॉर के बाद, उसके बाद तो बेटा हर कंट्री का नेवी है यहाँ पर, बट ये मेजर फ्लीट्स हैं, यूएस के बेसेस हैं, ओके, ब्रिटेन का बेस है, इंडियन नेवी हैज अ ब्लू वाटर पॉलिसी व्हिच इज एन एग्रेसिव पॉलिसी, वन ऑफ द मोस्ट एफिशिएंट navies of the world has been historically India also, and China enters the naval race. So with this, what happens, the Indian Ocean now becomes an important militarized zone. Okay, continue this. Okay, the 21st century has witnessed a rapid expansion of Indian Ocean rim as a geopolitical strategic waters. इसमें चाइना, उसका मैरीटाइम सिल्क रूट वाला इनिशिएटिव है, इंडिया का ही सागरमाला. We have also numerous naval exercises. Okay, and India has consistently tried. Okay, to make Indian Ocean rim zone as, okay, yes, Project Mawsum also, correct. Like Indian Ocean rim zone as a zone of okay, significance for India. How it has changed 21st century mein, okay, this has been the developments. Now, इसी से related है, okay. One is India's, okay. Sorry, not India's, China's growing footprints. You can mention about, okay, the Cocos Island. You can talk about Sittwe port in Myanmar. Okay, a string of pearls. Yes, Hanban Tota. China's Maldives initiatives, Mauritius, ग्वादार पोर्ट. तो बेटा इसको ना मैप बना लेना. ओके, चाइना's string of pearls. Yes, string of pearls. Talk about it. So as a part of China's growing footprint, or recent times में, China has also been talking about developing what they call as the Kra Canal. ये सुना आपने? They will dig right across Thailand, okay, and try to bypass the Malacca Strait. Okay, they are developing the Kra Canal. Okay, so this has been the more recent, okay, basis of the geopolitics of the Indian Ocean. Yes, you also have an answer on Kra Canal. Fine, Anukriti. Kra Canal. Okay, so this is the Isthmus of Kra. This is the Malaysia, Thailand, Myanmar. So they are cutting right across here, right across, okay, across Thailand. This will be the Kra Canal. This way they'll bypass the Malacca Strait. Malacca Strait has been one of the concerns. This is, okay, Indonesia and the rest. So अभी आपका trade route ये वाला है. Okay, they want to bypass this. Okay, bypass this. So Kra Canal is the development. और अब जो है, okay, now a new development in the geopolitics of Indian Ocean is, okay, the rise of Indo-Pacific, the Indo-Pacific zone. Okay, and now we talk about the Quad. Okay, we're talking about the Quad, the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue, proposed in 2007 and almost operational since 2017. Okay? So this is the new dimension of Indian Ocean geopolitics. Okay. So इसमें क्या हो रहा है? ये दोनों जो हैं, this is a more assertive role for India. There's a more assertive role for India in the geopolitics of Indian Ocean. Okay, so this was the main question, no? Evaluate the basis of emerging geopolitics of Indian Ocean. So हम evaluation बताएंगे, but this is the more assertive role. Okay, this was the basis of the Chinese role. Okay, Chinese role. Now India is trying to counter that. Okay, so somewhere we are getting into some kind of a weak, okay, or a kind of an informal military naval alliance. I do not know if you know this word or not. They have called this Quad as they call this as Asia's NATO. Have you heard about this phrase? Okay, Asia's NATO. Okay, it's like an informal one. We don't declare it like that. An informal military naval alliance. In fact, Indian Ocean has seen one of the largest military Okay, naval exercises. The exercise called as exercise Malabar. जिसको initially Australia join नहीं किया है. Are aware of this Malabar? Okay, Operation Malabar, exercise Malabar. This is a joint, okay, US, Japan, India. Australia has not been a part of it initially because they saw this alliance more like an anti-Chinese alliance. So in the initial Prime Minister जो थे 2007 में, John Howard, he refused. But over time, okay, Australia joined. QSD is the Quadrilateral Security Dialogue. Okay, dialogue is nothing but the Quad. ये चारों मिलके इसको officially it's called as QSD. Okay, Security Dialogue. So this is the changing nature here, and you can conclude the answer, okay, by saying that Indian Ocean, okay, zone, the Indian Ocean zone is an important economic, it is an important military zone. Okay, in recent times, Indian Ocean, yes, Australia now is a member of Quad, but not the Malabar exercise. Yes, you're right. वो तो बता रहे हैं आपको. It did not join because it saw that more as an anti-Chinese one, and Chinese were pretty upset with that. Okay, okay. So it's an important economic and a military zone. Indian Ocean is also critical from the perspective of disaster vulnerabilities. देखो, Indian Ocean zone is one of the most populated zones of the world. The Indian Ocean है, it is one of the most populated, okay, zones of the world. It has okay, the coasts of, okay, it has the coasts of 3 large population countries. It has India, it has Bangladesh, it has Indonesia. Okay, it is one of the most populated zones, and it is also one of the largest, okay, environmentally, okay, vulnerable zones. ये monsoon lands हैं, okay, vulnerable to hurricanes and cyclones, vulnerable to tsunamis, vulnerable to storm surge. Okay, this area is also vulnerable to, okay, sea level rise and submergence. It has 5 largest among the 5 largest cities of the world. We talk about Mumbai, talk about Dhaka, Kolkata, talk about Jakarta. Okay, Jakarta border में ही था, Bangkok. Okay, so these are some of course, Bangkok is on the South China Sea side. Okay, but you can talk about Colombo for that matter. Colombo, it has Karachi, among the very large ones. Okay, you can remove Bangkok. Okay, so it has some of the large cities of the world. 3-4 of them mention some names here. Okay, so it is one of the environmentally vulnerable zones of the world also. Okay, that's why the geopolitical significance, of the Indian Ocean, okay, goes beyond the military, okay, implications alone. The significance of Indian Ocean goes beyond the military importance alone. यहाँ पर environmental and ecological issues. Talk about coral reefs. Talk about mangroves. Okay. This is more like, yes. So when you're evaluation is telling us that these are the important things, and something else is also more important. Okay. Evaluation is one type of a discussion. How important something is. how important something is, evaluate with examples. So you're establishing the significance of a zone. So evaluation tells me that this is not merely military importance alone. This also has environmental significance. It also has economic significance because of the cultural diversity. इसका cultural significance भी है. And in time you have seen that this zone is emerging as a zone of conflicts also. Okay, this is the totality of the answer. What is the geopolitical emerging geopolitical marine? Oh yes, you can always mention polymetallic nodules also there. Okay, so that's not a very important point. हाँ ये कह सकते हो in the future, because Indian Ocean is also rich in the methane hydrates. Okay, so that could also add to the significance eventually. Is it okay, all of you? Initial diagram of the ocean itself, but don't just draw the ocean. Make sure you are drawing and detailing some facts also. तो आपको मैंने कंटेंट दे दिया, अब इसको कैसा लिखना है, you must work on it. Okay, yes, you can mention. You can mention okay, the initiate Sagar initiatives, the Setu Samudram initiative, operation your project Mosam Sagar Mala. You can go ahead on that. तो आपको मैंने ऑलमोस्ट आंसर का कंटेंट और फ्रेमवर्क बता दिया है. ओके, सिटीज कराची एज अ वेरी लार्ज सिटी, मुंबई एज अ वेरी लार्ज सिटी, कोलंबो इज अ लार्ज सिटी, कोलकाता इज अ लार्ज सिटी, ढाका also mentioned Dhaka as a large city. Okay, leave out Bangkok because it is on the South China side. You can leave that out. Is that okay, all of you? What is the significance? India's access to, you can go on there, yes. You can draw a map of where all India has its bases, okay, including Socotra and parts of Yemen. You can do that. Okay, so what is the basis of the geopolitics of Indian Ocean? Can I move on now? Can I move on? देखो ये 2-3 क्वेश्चन में ना, if you have understood these concepts well, whatever question they ask you on this, you will be able to manage. Yes, Anukriti, I agree. You can also add the piracy dimension. Okay, आप इसको 2-3 बार पढ़ लो. Okay, then when you write this answer, any question on India's federalism, any question on India's border issues, any question on India's geopolitics, okay, yeah, it looks like GS to you because current affairs based hai. Okay, but the idea of disaster vulnerability, the idea of Spikeman's theory, you're talking about the shared strategic importance and the oil resources, that's very much part of geography. Okay, so don't have to do dramatically different while discussing these points there. Yes, उसके बाद बेटा आपको जो ऐड करना है आप कर लीजिए. You can go on there. Okay, let's move on now. The next question. Okay, the next. Now this is a tricky one, but they may not ask you this question. Okay, but you can always use this concept. Okay, लिखो question लिखो. Lack of regionness. Lack of regionness in South Asia is the basis of lack of regionness in South Asia is the basis of conflicts and disconnectivity in the subcontinent. comment. Lack of regionness in South Asia is the basis of conflicts and disconnectivity in the subcontinent. Comment. Did you understand the question? I took this question from a statement that our present foreign minister, okay, Jaishankar, okay, he made a statement. Okay, 2019 में he said this. And I find it a very smart word. This is also not audible. Shesh, is it just you or others also? The others can hear me? Or is it just Shesh? Voice is cracking, it's fine, it's fine. Little cracking. Anukriti says fine. Okay, it's cracking, all fine. So what do I do? Do you want me to reboot again? No problem at all. अच्छा ठीक है. So कहीं कहीं cracking हो रहा है. ठीक है. Okay, just be a bit patient. वो फिर network ठीक हो जाता है. Okay. So look at this sentence. And now see, these are the type of questions. Okay, fine. These are the type of questions you will have to learn to answer. Like a lack of regionness in South Asia is the basis of conflicts and disconnectivity in the subcontinent. Comment. पहले ये बताओ, what does the word comment mean? What is the meaning of the word comment? So comment का मतलब है आपको मैं opinion पूछ रहा हूं. Exactly. So in comment, are you having the choice to disagree or not? Yes or no? Can you disagree or not? Yes, you can. Okay, but wisdom ये होगा that do not take one side alone. Okay, it'll be nice if you also appreciate, okay, both the shades. Okay, both the shades may it'll help you balance your answer better. So 60-40, okay. I know you are in the essays batch then. I know you are in the essays batch then. ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. Utilitarian principle. Okay, fine. So you understand the meaning of the word comment. Now come towards the statement, lack of regionness. So what does this mean? What is the meaning of lack of regionness? Anybody? What does this mean? Okay. This basically means South Asia or subcontinent. Lack of unity, yes, absolutely. Lack of cooperation, sense of unity, convergence in thinking, okay. Placelessness, oh, that's a very strong word. Okay. Lack of unified identity, yes. Asia still evolving, not one region. Conflicting aspirations, yes, absolutely. You're right. So this question is asking that this region, okay, now see, historically this has been called as the subcontinent. Subcontinent implying that this area is a large area and there is some kind of uniformity here. Okay, but then I'm saying that this area, despite this location and its geographical identity, it does not have a kind of regionness. Voice cracking too much. Okay, so let me try changing my channel. Is it okay now, all of you? Can you hear me for some time and tell me if it's okay or not? I've just changed my channel. Can you all hear me? Is the voice still cracking? Is it fine now? Now okay? Okay. So get back to discussion now. Okay. So what this question is asking is, okay, fine, that despite the fact that that subcontinent is like a separate unit, north में Himalayas हैं, mountain here है, mountain here है, you have got the water on all sides here, the area has some kind of monsoon unity, the area has some kind of geological unity, and yet this area does not have a sense of being a single region. Like, you know, you have got people who call themselves as Scandinavians. There are people who call themselves as Southeast Asians. There are people who call themselves as Africans or Middle East. But the South Asia, they rarely call themselves as South Asians. They call themselves as Indians, Bangladesh, Nepali, Sri Lankans, Pakistan. Their country's identity is very, very strong. That's why the whole area does not act as one region. The whole region does not act as one entity with coherence, one entity with some kind of unification. And that is why we have got conflicts, that is why we have got discontinuity, and therefore we have all these problems of skirmishes and distrust. This is what the question is asking you. Now, because the sentence is made by Jaishankar, our foreign minister, you cannot dismiss the statement entirely. Okay, so lack of regionness in South Asia is the basis of conflicts and disconnectivity in the subcontinent. हाँ, उसके बाद अब समझाएंगे, उसके बाद बताएंगे रोहन कि क्या सही है, क्या गलत है, what are the reasons for all, वो बाद में आएगा. Did you all understand the question, all of you? Did you all understand the question? Okay. So how do you start? You can start by saying that the Indian subcontinent, has an element of, geographical and natural continuity. Okay, the Indian subcontinent has an element of geography and natural continuity. The shared monsoon climate, the shared geological history and the continuity of Himalayas, the continuity of northern plains, give the region a sense of being unified. The Indian subcontinent has an element of geographical and natural continuity. The shared monsoon climate, the shared geological history that consists of the Himalayas, that consists of the northern plains, gives the region a sense of being unified. It looks like a unified region. However, the political history and the cultural diversity and a long exploitative colonial legacy have left the region with a sense of being fragmented. Okay? तो अगर आप geographically या naturally देखें, there is an element of continuity. अगर geographically देखें, nature, climate, okay, there is a sense of unification. But if you look at the political history, if I look at the cultural diversity, if you look at the colonial legacy, has left the region with a sense of being fragmented and politically disconnected. Okay. Hence, देखो ये वाला आंसर ना एक टाइप का ऐसे ही बन रहा है आपका. Hence, the region, the region lacks a sense of being a single region and a single regional identity. Hence, the region lacks a sense of being a single region and a single lack of a single region identity. This is the lack of regionness of South Asia. Okay, so this is okay, the sense of lack of regionness of South Asia. Now, can you make a schematic here? So, बीच में रखो, okay, lack of sense of regionness. इसका होगा the history of partition. इसका reason होगा, okay, cultural and tribal conflicts. इसका होगा communal conflicts. Okay. इसका होगा border disputes. Okay. Lack of intra-region trade, and also lot of interference of global powers. कभी यूएस आ गया, ब्रिटेन आ गया, सोवियत यूनियन आ गया, अब चाइना is playing its own game. ये भी तो रीजन है ना. So why does the region lack a sense of regionness? Why? Okay, एक partition का बहुत traumatic history रहा है हमारा. There are cultural conflicts. Okay, conflicts in the entire region. There are communal conflicts. Okay, there are border disputes. We lack intra-region trade, and there is interference of the global superpowers. So all of this has left the region highly fragmented. Okay, so this is the reason. So you could have a heading here. Okay, the reason for political or fragmentation of South Asia. Okay, then you can take up one by one. Okay, discussing the reasons of lack of regionness. अब आप एक करना elaborate, and in this you can bring in lot of geography. What do you think? What do you think is the single biggest reason why we lack that unity? Anybody knows? हैं तो बहुत सारे reasons, but what will you want to start with? What will you want to start with? Border. So border से आएगा आपका partition. talk about the superimposed boundaries. Talk about superimposed boundaries. Okay. Talk about your subsequent boundaries. Talk about lack of morphological clarity because of difficult terrain. ठीक है, आपका पार्टीशन हिस्ट्री जो रहा है, that itself has, so his partition. उसके बाद second reason, probably I'll say, okay, communal and cultural. Okay, Pakistan versus India, we are a culture divided. Okay, you can talk about India versus Bangladesh, the same issues here. Okay, you can move on towards that we are a type of a theater of global geopolitics. We are a theater of global geopolitics. We were the theater of the Cold War. Yahan par bring in Spikeman. We are the rimland that has not allowed for integration. Absolutely correct, Pawan, correct. We are the theater of global geopolitics. Okay. So what are the reasons why our regionness is missing? Okay. Very important is lack of economic integration. We are competitors. We are competitors. We do not collaborate, partly because of lack of distrust, and partly because all of us, all the countries are relatively poorer and developing countries. We are primary economies. We are in the initial stage of Rostov's model. Okay, so we do not have collaborative economies. Okay, इसमें we have been all closed economies. We are not collaborative. और इसीलिए आपका सार्क नहीं डेवलप कर पाया. ठीक है? Lack of economic integration. Lack of economic integration. We are more competitive. We are more competitive. We are not collaborative. Okay. There is lack of trust. So we have lot of distrust. We are all relatively poor. We're all developing country status. All of us are primary economies. Agriculture pe hi hai. Yes, you're right. We lack complementarity. Okay. And we are all in the initial stages of Rostov's model. Okay. We're all closed. We are not collaborative, not complementary, and that's the reason why SAARC has also not developed. So South Asia mein, the absence of intra-regional trade is also responsible for lack of regionness. This is in contrast to Southeast Asia. Okay. See, don't miss geography. Geography आपको लेके आना है. ओके, ज्योग्राफी आएगा फ्रॉम दीज डिस्कशंस, वो लीडर बाद में आएगा. ओके, lack of economic integration, and you can also add here, okay, ये जो lack of economic integration है, this is also compounded by okay, lack of integrating infrastructure and physical limitations in developing roads, railways. Okay, so आप तो रोड ही नहीं बना पा रहे हो ना. If you cannot make a road to connect, there is a sense of isolation. Okay, our economic integration is also because of lack of integrating infrastructure. And why is the infrastructure missing? Because of the physical, geographical limitations. We're talking about difficult terrain. We're talking about dealing with deserts. We're talking about swamps. We're talking about large flood-prone rivers. Okay, so this also adds to the problem. Okay, think of Nepal. Okay, Nepal and Bhutan, they lack coast. Now, when they lack coastlines, okay, they see themselves as disadvantaged. So it's very easy to exploit their sentiments, okay, against India. So kahin na kahin ye physical limitation also makes things difficult. Okay, that's why we lack the sense of regionness or the sense of integration or collaboration. Okay, इसी में ही add करेंगे हम. Like in this, we also add, okay, the disproportionate size and economy of India with respect to the other neighboring countries. ये भी बहुत बड़ा reason है. No country in around India can come close in terms of economy and size. They're all small countries. Okay, उसमें अगर India does not offer, I mean, it's only recently, we talk about Look East policy. We talk about, yes, exactly, the Big Brother वाला जो है, Look East policy. Only recently, we're talking about, okay, neighborhood first policy. Have you heard about this term? Okay, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi has used this term. Okay, neighborhood first policy. Okay, so ये recent concepts हैं. Okay, a kind of a non-reciprocal, yes, a kind of a non-reciprocal relationship. So in the absence of these, so in the absence of historical, okay, non-reciprocal relationships, okay, there is Indian distrust. There is an Indian distrust. Okay, so that also compounds the problem of lack of regionness. इसमें add करना, okay, in late 20th and 21st century में the emergence of, okay, belligerent, the emergence of an aggressive China. ये भी बहुत important reason है. See, China has aggravated, okay, the problem with Nepal and India's border. In many cases, ऑलमोस्ट नॉन एग्जिस्टिंग इशू है, आपने उसको आप बढ़ा दिया. Okay, or what China does with, okay, the parts of LOC. Okay, so इस पे आप expand कर सकते हो. The role of China, it could be the role of China, okay, in further complicating the issues. Okay, an aggressive, a belligerent China trying to keep India trapped into its regional politics. Okay, in the late 20th century, in the 21st century, okay, emergence of an aggressive China, okay, a China that has been, okay, fanning, that has been encouraging anti-Indian sentiments. बांग्लादेश के साथ में, नेपाल के साथ में, okay, पाकिस्तान के साथ तो है ही, चाइना एंड श्रीलंका, इंडिया एंड Maldives. Okay, so this also is an important point. So all of this is responsible for the lack of the sense of regional feeling. Sixth point was disproportionate size and economy of India. India is too large. The disproportionate size and the economy of India with respect to other neighboring countries. एक टॉपिक है आपका, if you remember the first question that first topic you have in your paper 2 is the space relationship of India with its neighboring countries. So your discussion will be that type of space relationship of India with the neighboring countries. Okay, how does India share the space? Okay, despite geographical continuity, despite the monsoonal unity, despite the fact that we have a shared history, but then there is the legacy of colonial exploitation, the trauma of partition, okay, the lack of economic growth, and we are mutually competitive, the role of China, all of this has aggravated this region not to develop as one cohesive or a coherent region. All fine here? Is that okay? Did you all note down the points? अब इसमें आप proper diagram के साथ में, yes, और इसमें आप add कर सकते हो. Okay. Now you can conclude the answer. Okay. Talk about, so this is like an essay, okay? So when concluding the answer, okay, you can talk about that the problem has only, okay, increased in the 21st century because of aggressive nationalism, increasing regional identity, increasing okay, economic isolation of Pakistan and Nepal in a globalized world. Okay, तो ये सारा जो प्रॉब्लम रहा है वो 21st सेंचुरी में और बढ़ गया है. Okay, aggressive nationalism, increased regional identity, increased economic isolation of Pakistan and Nepal in a globalized world. Okay, increasing protectionism, okay, that further, okay, compromises protectionism that further compromises prospects for intra-regional trade. ये further compromise हो गया. Okay? Yes, you could say that there is that ये सारा is playing out in a postmodern world. Postmodern world. Okay. Globalization led disparities में. ठीक है? So conclusion में that the lack of regionness has only increased in the 21st century, related to aggressive nationalism, related to increasing regional identity, increasing economic isolation of Pakistan and Nepal in a globalized world, increasing protectionism. Okay, further compromises the prospects for increasing protectionism, further compromises the prospects for intra-regional trade. And all of this happening in the fluid conditions of a postmodern world. In the fluid conditions of the postmodern world. And the globalization led disparities. But do write this. Okay. However, South Asia has tremendous scope for collaborating, particularly collaboration in poverty eradication, collaboration in disaster management, talk about cyclone and tsunami management, collaboration to deal with problems of cross-border insurgency, इसमें हो सकता है dealing with human trafficking, drug trade. I hope you know we have an arc called as the drug triangle. It's like a crescent. Golden crescent, exactly. So dealing with drug trafficking, human trafficking, border insurgency, cyclone, yes. So you please talk about all of this also. That ऐसा नहीं है कि prospects नहीं है. Ultimately, end of the day, we do have a shared history also. So South Asia has tremendous prospects for collaborating and for developing the regionness for a more better integration. So in that tone, you can finish off this answer. ठीक है? Yes, epidemic management, health management, उसके बाद आपको जो करना है आप कर लें, not a problem. Right then, all of you. So ये 2-3 question जो है, they are very contemporary based. And I hope you appreciate that this could not have been discussed, without keeping the contemporary developments in mind. Pranay, nothing more to add. Von Thunen, Rostov, आपका जो भी class notes में है, that's good enough. You don't have to add too much to that. Maybe add a bit of current understanding in terms of examples maybe, but nothing dramatically new to be added in those. जो add करना था, I've added in systems analysis. I've added something under your location theories. We have discussed something around your border issues and these problems. These 7-8 points are good enough. You don't have to add anything more than this. All the answers to be written within 3 pages. अच्छा होगा keep within 2 pages, but these could be a bit longer, so 3 pages is fine. लिख के रख लेना. You more or less will take care of all questions on geopolitics. Settlement geography, Rudra, उसमें क्या चाहिए बेटा? Settlement geography में we already have done that in detail, right? Settlement geography we are done. आप कुछ मिस कर रहे हो शायद. Yeah, okay. India's role in world affairs. Shreya, this is a very diffuse topic. Okay, you can add all of this also. देखो एक मिनट सुनो. Do not try to prepare every topic as a proper 20-30 mark answer. And her topic may, whatever you can add from the perspective of the GS, please do add. Okay. So do not look for hardcore geographical terms everywhere. Okay. So conflicts के लिए हमने add कर दिया terrorism. That's about it. Okay. So we have discussed why the regionness was not possible for South Asia. There's a question on how Himalayas and regional consciousness provide a model answer. ठीक है, let me see Mayank if we can do that. There are all possibilities. आप try करो खुद. I'll see what all else I can provide on this. Yes, absolutely, Shreya, you can do that. ठीक है, guys. I think I'm more or less done. I've kept 1 or 2 questions with me, which I will ask you in the test. अच्छा ये बताओ, lot of people have been requesting me to postpone the test for after prelims, exam के पहले के लिए. Do you all want that, or do you want to give the test now? Okay, now is okay. Yes, in my assessment, now is good. Okay. And you can keep it for the comprehensive tests. Yes, that's better. ठीक. Okay. So बेटा आप लोग फिर मन लगा के काम करो. Okay, I am around. I am also developing a bit of our systems to help you in online learning. ठीक है. So like I said, I am not perfect, but in 30-35 classes that we had, this is, I think, what I could have done. हाँ मुझे और 10-15 क्लास और मिलता तब और बढ़ा देते, अलग बात होता. ठीक है. And please, for the map classes, all of you will get the map recordings of the sessions. Okay. But for that, I have to develop my app first. Okay. Without the app, we run the risk of leaking all of our resources to the others. So when the app gets ready, आपके पास, मेरे पास आप लोगों का mail है. I will send a mail to all of you. I'll put a message, and I believe all of you are there on the Telegram channel, right? Telegram channel में आप सब कोई हो? Okay, yes. So please keep on studying. आपको कुछ डाउट है, आपका कुछ प्रॉब्लम्स हैं, प्लीज SMS कर लो, मेल लिखना है लिख लो. Reverse I will take up as a part of the video discussion. I'll share that with you. ठीक है? So do all of that. इतना कम से कम consolidate कर लो. This is not the entire syllabus, but in the 30-35 classes, I think now we have how many? I think we have crossed 45 classes. Anybody knows how many classes we have covered since November? It should be more than 40 classes. 40, 42, 43, around 40. Okay. So I think that's a fair amount of classes that we have covered. इसके beyond बेटा आपको ट्रिक सिखा दिया है, टेक्निक सिखा दिया है. Okay. Try something on your own. But whatever we have taught you is a huge amount of content. If you can keep on revising these, if you can keep on enriching these, it should be good enough to take care of your mains examination. ठीक है? So guys, get on. My suggestion will be that till August first week, still be with your mains. Prelims को हर दिन 2-3 घंटा देना. Okay, and I'll suggest this is the right time. Okay, if you can also finish off some bit of your GS work also. So GS कर लो, थोड़ा essays कर लो. Some of you are already in the essays batch. Others who want to join can join from July 1st itself. The geography आपका खत्म हो चुका है और get into GS preparation. Okay. GS का करो आप लोग, answer writing करो. GS में try to consolidate your current affairs. Try to consolidate whatever you can. Okay, as a part of developing a bank of model answers. अगर आपके पास 150-200 model answers होगा, you will be able to manage. Okay, so don't neglect this time. ये बहुत important phase है. Use this lockdown as a part of an additional benefit for yourself. The more you are able to practice your answers, the more you are able to revise in this time will help you. And starting from August, you can go very aggressive into your prelims preparation. So आपके पास अभी भी approximately 2 महीना है. 2 months is a lot of time to consolidate lot of preparation for your mains. Okay, so mains का काम ढंग से करो. Geography, I think you are done. Give your test well. Organize your notes. Okay, हर दिन 2 या 3 घंटा इससे ज्यादा prelims मत देना. Prelims के लिए start off from August 7th or August 10th. 2 months is lot of time for your prelims preparation. If you do prelims from now, you will get tired by the time you are hitting your prelims date. Okay? And after the prelims, please do be in touch with me so that I can also update some of. I'll see if time permits. I'll call you back for some sessions where I can help you enrich some additional informations also. My contact email ID आप मेरे SMS कर देना बेटा, not a problem. या फिर contact email ID Edukemi का आपके पास है. You can share your ideas in that. There is one inquiry at edukemi.com. उसमें लिख लो. It gets diverted to me. Okay, I'll see whatever doubts you have. Otherwise, send the messages you can on the Telegram or on my personal SMS. ठीक है guys, thank you so much for being patient. I hope we can improvise and improve from here. MSP का भी मत सोचो अपूर्वा. We'll see when we come to it after your prelims examination. उसके बाद देखेंगे. ठीक है? Give your test sincerely. I still have 2 sessions for the test discussion. I will discuss the test there. Okay? So test discussions भी कर लेना आप लोग. I think you can have a fair coverage of geography. ठीक है? So bye bye all of you. Take care. It has been a pleasure being with all of you. My wishes to all of you. ठीक है? Bye bye all of you. Bye bye. Take care. Thank you. Good night. Good night.